How long to load? Take that one. So we're gonna do New World. We're gonna start on the moon. Let's see here. Huge crater with low-lying mare. Greater Marked Highlands, overlooking the Great Mare. Greater Knox, a gigantic and impressive crater, the largest in the region. Shelter spot nestled between the cliffs of the high plateau. Yeah, higher. I don't know. I've never played on the moon, so playing on normal mode. Gravity is 17%. Solar storms, 22 minutes. I'll say that this is modified. I run a mod that changes that to 1 hour instead of 20 minutes. All good. Do standard. I am a relative newbie. I am not looking to punish myself. Almost out of water in real life. Did. So, so in if you don't know this, you may not know this, but before you leave the lander for the first time, as long as you don't leave the seat, you don't start depleting. Okay, that's not no longer true. It used to be you no longer you didn't start depleting anything. Apparently, that's not the case anymore. So we can just go. Okay, got our lander. Let's not keep that on. Ooh, that's nice. There's charcoal or coal right there. Um, let's start by. I'm not gonna need duct tape right now, but I don't have a lot of room. To Where's my match? Take a look. I was originally going to build in there thinking that it was like a little hill, but it's a crater. We don't want to build in a crater. We want to have a nice access to for solar panels. So I think we're just going to build right over here. No, let's no, close here, and then we'll carry it up here. We're gonna throw down. Let's see. Throw down. We're gonna grab the electrical supply. You can come over here with me. Let's duct tape here for now. We need frames, iron sheets. Let's build like a build. I like starting with a 5x5. Make it. If I make it here, I do have to cut into it. I don't like it. Let's see what this looks like. Fine. Change my mind, and I'm gonna say I'm gonna just build it at this height. A little higher than I would like, but the alternative, well, that's a good height right there. Let's do that. You away. Let's grab our angle grinder. Grind you. Do is a little 5x5, and then I'll add a little front section for the airlock, so that our internal space is still 5x5. That might be a little bit larger than I actually need, but that is my preference. Have 5x5s. Will be the airlock. Just to just flatten this out a little bit, just so we can see. Put you away. And what we want to do, grab our construction supplies and bring it closer. Grab iron sheets and our welder. They do need to be welded twice to be airtight. Want everything airtight. 5x5 might be a little overkill to start with, but like I said, that's kind of my preference. Keeping in mind that I am, for the most part, a newbie in this game. I've played Mars, which I think people describe as being easiest. So I'm not quite sure what's harder about the moon. Okay, I can tell you one thing. Look at my temperature down here. 934 C. Is that because I'm exposed to the sunlight? Sure. But I'm out of metal sheets, so let's grab. All of those. I can put you away for now. Put you do walls. Technically, I don't need that. Do I want it like this or like this? And I will be able to tell really quickly when I do. That's how I want it. So I don't want you like this. This is how I want you. So I can see the wiring. Okay. You for a second. Let's grab our our grinder. Okay. So just to confirm, the direction that I want this is side in. So like this. Outside in. Remember that. Outside in. So, and I like to have windows. Facing left. Just did that wrong because I wanted to outside in. I have to grind those down. Sheets for all of this. Sheets that I still need to make ceilings. Turn the pressure down to like the target, and we could turn the temperature up to like, let's say 30. That should save us some oxygen and energy in our suit. Put you back. What I do want to do, I actually don't need your wrench first. Okay. that. Probably will put one. We'll start putting in doors. It's generally easier. Okay, that somehow worked. It's generally easier to do it this way. Through there. One. That doesn't need to be airtight, so I'm not going to make it airtight. That would be a waste of materials, at least for now. Okay, got all that. Grab you back up. We want you closer to base. So, yeah, buddy. What is it? I'm streaming. Oh. Yeah, let's throw you. Let's just throw you down here for now. The residential comes with one locker. Medium shelf, I can. Easy to place backwards. Two of them. Do two. I'm gonna empty these things that I don't need right now. Don't need you. I don't need you. Put the rest of our supplies over here. There are definitely faster ways to start. I know some people will immediately go mining, but I like to get all my stuff situated. I'm not in any rush to do mining. I am going to get all of these down. And we will grab you. Sweet, super. I didn't realize I was pushing that along. And now that I realize it, it's not letting me do it anymore. Sweet. Okay. That way. Airlock? Airlock. That is the next thing I'm going to do. I'm going to put ceilings in. Our water's at 47%, so we've got a little bit more time to worry about it. Writing that out too. Oh, there's one more container up there I didn't get. Not a container, but a tank. think that's everything. I am going to question the wisdom of keeping a giant tank of fuel inside my base. However, if you leave it outside, you run the possibility of it getting destroyed or damaged or even flung into your base and then blown up um, by the storms. So let's get our construction supplies. And we don't really have. We got plenty. Okay. We're gonna do. We're gonna do ceiling. I'm not doing windows because I like having solar on the roof, and if you just see wires everywhere anyway, so I guess you could run along the frame, but I'll put you away, and let's put you away. Beautiful shot of Earth. Looks like we're good there. Let's put you here. We're gonna put you. APC, and we're gonna do you. To Let's get direction. We need console. No, it's upside down. I think it's gonna give me problems. So what we want. The vent, I think, will run on this side. So the active vent goes inside. Passive vent. Yellow means it is it's attached. See the pipe there? I don't need to waste any pipe. They're already attached. We're gonna need a labeler, but not right this second. So let's just throw it here. There's pipe. It does come with pipe, but two doors down. One iron sheet left. Might be a little snag, but let's get the solar applied. Going into there, turn you on. And see if this is going to be. Oh, actually, it's not upside down. Great. Okay. Now, what we do need. Big sheet. Hydration is critical, so gotta need to deal with that. It's feeling too. Should already be. Oh wait, I need to. I need to fix the ceiling. Should be airtight in here. Oh, should be able to just do this. Just make sure. my helmet. Let's just be ready to quickly do this. Mess that up. That needs to exit. Yeah, okay, I'll fix that. Quickly drink. Eat. And done. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna need to redo this. Because event what's event? The fact that the okay. Right. Do this. Through. You're on. Stuck whatever's in here and press it out there. Inside. That's where it belongs. Now if I turn you on. Gas sensor. Oh, I need a labeler. What do I do with a labeler? Door. The door. Oh, exterior. You don't need to name this one yet, but I will if I use an advanced airlock eventually, which I probably will. Exterior door, exterior. Problem. Without having an advanced one, it's never gonna. You're gonna have to manually do that every time. But it's not a big deal. Okay, so we got that situated. What's our battery look like? 57. Let's take you outside. That's you right here. This is gonna hurt briefly. I'm just gonna throw that in there. Oh, I didn't realize it's nighttime, so that's not going to charge anyways. Um, let's see, our oxygen isn't great, so let's go ahead and replenish that while we're here. Done. Next steps. Arc furnace and auto lathe. You want to do need iron. So I'll have to do more iron. Place. Set up auto lathe and everything. Set up the arc furnace. Auto lathe. I hate to be a stickler, but auto lathe goes on this side. Well, that's a problem. I don't have 2 iron sheets. I'm gonna have to sacrifice. Just to get this constructed. I also know. Store. Oh, fuck. Okay. Cool. Down like 2. Weird amount. I'm just gonna have to sacrifice the pressure that's in here in order to get the other thing done. So what we should do is let's go have some iron ready. So there's some iron right there. Let's get this belt out. Can't find iron. That's kind of what I need. Oh, well, actually really important too, so I'm going to pick it up so I don't. It's here. Thing is, I don't have my tracker set up and I don't have the tracking chip on me, so I don't want to get too far away from the lander base. What we'll do is leave this visible so I remember in the future that there's gold down this hole. Definitely don't want to go this way either. Burn a bit of fuel here. Oxide, we want oxide too. Oxide is very important for making or for using the actual furnace instead of the arc furnace, which you need to make alloys. Also, you can use it to sublimate um, oxygen into your base without having to use your oxygen canister. Well, note that I have a mod that increases the stack size. Normally these only stack to 50. And I also have a mod that increases the ore output because otherwise you literally spend majority of your time coming out mining and looking for ore to mine. And that's just not a good use of my time. So I have made the executive decision to not um, put up with that, essentially. Just in case you're wondering why I'm getting more ore than if you were playing. The ice, but silicon needs silicon too. Another good one. Still not finding iron, which is kind of ironic. Usually iron is where you find everywhere, at least on Mars. I've never played on the moon before, so maybe this is normal for moon. You see that discoloration there? The discoloration indicates there is more of something here. The color is different depending on what it is that's here. This color is silicone. Usually the color of the surrounding sand matches whatever the mineral color is. So that's why it's this like bluish green, aqua, whatever color you want to call it here. Almost a full stack. We're getting close to a full stack. Well, we don't need a full stack of silicone, and I'm not even sure if I could smelt it in the arc furnace or not. But again, there's no reason not to just get at least a full stack while you're here. Ox bottles. I will just uncover it. I'm not going to pick it up. I'm just going to need to go set up the tracker so I can go further away from base. It's iron, and I'm not finding it, and I'm very happy about that. Again, here we go. There's iron. Okay, perfect. Let's get at least, well, let's just grab everything that's here. What I'm going to have to do, I'm going to need to smelt this into ingots. I'm going to have to scavenge two iron sheets from the base parts that I already built in order to build the autolathe, which then I can then use the ingots that I smelt from this to make more iron sheets so then I can repair my base and get it pressurized again. Enough to get me started. This go. Why are you up today? I didn't. Why are you up? Now we're just gonna tie into this. This door doesn't allow. Oh, if you can I take the wire back out, it'll do for now. Oh, and put her out. We're just gonna slap you this way. you should have power. I can now okay, get ready. You just take it from this. Yeah, that's probably the best bet. And just take the two pieces that I need. Are powered. Awesome. So what we do is iron. Just make why I want more than I need is because I'm going to replace these doors, which is going to suck. It's going to hurt my air in there temporarily. But I need to replace the door with a composite door so I can, you know, this for now this is fine. Um, go ahead and say I keep it here. Now we have iron sheets. Don't need to be welded twice, just once. They don't need to be airtight. Next thing we're going to want is electronics printer, which means we need gold and copper. Um, what do we need? Solid generator, and we'll go ahead and get this stack of wire because we're going to need it. And we are going to wire in super stick. Let's open. What did I do with my drill? Yeah. I'll lose air. I've done this from the get-go. That gives us, I can just go in and out without needing to worry about power. Okay, so now what I did in my Mars playthrough. A wrench to connect you. Drop this. Do that. Scratch that. We want to wire him on the roof. And the reason is we don't want to wire him into the output of here. We want to wire him to the output there so that it powers everything. Loading. Now we can hook you up. Flip you on. The power. We should now have in the meantime. Disconnect Now the only thing that should be connected is this going out here. Oh, we burned out a wire. That's nice. You actually deconstruct you. To the flat, probably at best. You do need to find I don't have to go that far out. Tracker is set. Battery. The the gold. This is heading 200 from here. Okay, that's copper. Purple. Full. Get at least a stack of copper. That'll get us going. 2 stacks. I'll take 2 stacks. 1 stack will get us off to the races at least. See the discoloration? That color indicates copper. So if you're digging, you'll hit more copper. But once you see that coloration disappear, that means that there's no more of that kind of ore. See, like here, boom, it just changed color. Now it's black only, and there's more copper up there. So let's Go ahead and mine this whole thing out here. I can get all the coal. I do have a coal generator I can use. Um, Coal seems to be more plentiful here. And using the coal generator might be better. Spam chats that try to sell me viewers. If I have viewers, that's great. If I don't, it's fine. I don't need to pay for it. Imagine it wouldn't exist if people didn't actually do it. That's 2 stacks of coal. I'm not going to keep digging. I don't need it. Said the house is heading 200. Yep, there it goes. More iron too. I really need it, but I can top off and finish up those two so that we end up with 2 full stacks. It's right there on the surface. Okay, now we're at 11% for water. Oh, yeah, probably gonna do walk you for this on my storage wall. First, let's get copper cooking. Bottle of water supplement. Probably. Oh, seeing that we've got some oxygen here. A lot. What if we just drop the whole thing? We do get some nitrogen, but I also have filter out that. Yeah, still 91% oxygen, 8% nitrogen. It's not bad. Empty our waste tank and let us take down our helmet. So that's actually probably the best method to give yourself enough pressure to eat and drink is to just get some oxide rather than wasting your oxygen tank like I did. Into the tracker, we're gonna leave you. Here, where are we at? We're still good for now. I am losing a little bit, but you know, Need a, a pipe bender. So, did our, oh, I put it there. Curious how fast that thing actually charged it. I imagine not very fast. Did this generate anything? Oh yeah. Get our electronics, and then we need pipe. We have everything we need for that too. That going. Uh, wait, port is which? I think the right port is electric. But what do we need? We need iron sheets. Have any? Not on me. I got some iron sheets right there. I think I need plastic sheets. So we'll leave there. Let's grab my welder. I need the welding. Why did the power? I can make advanced airlock. Battery. Probably what I should of. Okay, so I need a furnace. Furnace should be my next step. Done. Probably, but I need to make it a hot box. Kind of like having my I'm gonna move these later, but now once that furnace is done, I need to make more iron sheets. Big guy. I don't want to make any weather station. Can't make a lot of those things. To get steel. Steel away. What I want now is iron. Perhaps you. Welding torch now into iron sheets. Did it backwards. Start put yeah, that'll work. I'm volatile. So if you play this game, get used to moving things around a lot. Because A, sometimes it's really hard to see if they're in the place that you want them to be. And B, sometimes when they are, you still gotta move them because it's not 100% ideal. So this is the furnace. Next stage of this is I need volatiles, which are right over here. So let's mine some of these. Our mining belt for it to automatically pick things up. It's just mining belt is in your inventory. It does not automatically pick things up. And this is still set to the. Oh, actually, I need our stack of this, but it ain't gonna hurt to have it. So, to use a furnace is you need pressure and you need oxidation. So, if we look at furnace, it tells you right here ice oxide and ice volatiles in a 1 to 2 ratio, so 1 ice for every 2 volatiles. So, what I like to do, ice oxide tends to be more readily available. So usually I'll load in a bunch of um, oxide first, and then just drop in 2 volatiles at a time. So let's say I'm going to drop in. You gotta be quick because out here in the sunlight, the oxide, as soon as you put it in your inventory, it'll start melting. Up. These also melt, so quickly stuff them in. Now, if you press the button, pressure rises, the temperature rises. One of the first things that you probably want to make is steel. What do you need to make steel? 3 iron, 1 charcoal or coal. 3 to 1. So 3 to 1, and it needs to be at least 900 Kelvin and at least 1 megapascal. We're already at both of those. So what we need to do now is, if we need 3 to 1, what I like to do is I'll split this. Split that. Take iron. That is the right ratio. 75 to 125 is the right ratio, so stuff it in there. It's gonna lower because we're using the temperature to melt things, right? If you look at the center here, you can see it's processing. We now have 125 grams of hydrocarbons. We've gained a lot of pressure, but we have lost a lot of temperature. So we're gonna need to insert some more volatiles to get that back up. But let's go ahead and process the iron in the meantime. And the other thing we're going to want to do is with this machine, we're going to need a valve. We need iron and copper, so let's eject you. Okay. And then also want a thousand thermal radiation, thermal convection. Okay, compare that to cowl. What does it say? Let's just do a cowl. So we need a way to get rid of the pressure that is in here, because if it gets into the red, it'll explode and take half your base with you. So it's important to be prepared to deal with that. And early game, the easiest way is a manual valve, a cowl, and some piping. So piping, and let's see, that's the input, this is the output. Make sure you pay attention to which pipe you put it on. And you want this far away. I don't think it's as much a problem here as it is on Mars. But let me tell you, when I was on Mars, I had huge amounts of fire billowing out of these, creating firestorms sometimes. So it's something that definitely should be watching out for. Flip that off. We'll put you into the electronics. Choose so you don't keep spitting things out. Okay. And I forgot to put the valve on because that's just what I do. Good. Right. Yep, there we go. Now our pressure is going down. Close that up. Our pressure will remain. And we're gonna let's drop some more volatiles in there. Once the light is green, whatever alloy you were making is ready to go. So there is our steel. I don't remember what I needed steel for, but there's the steel. Now, while it's warm, you should go ahead and make whatever other stuff you want to make. In this case, I'm making some copper because it makes it a lot faster than that arc furnace over there that is burning. I need to turn that off, turn you off. Gotta remember to turn these machines off to save power. So we got the copper. Good. So I like to have at least 100 grams of each of these in each machine. Um, let's do iron. Needs 800 Kelvin. So we're too cold for that. Oh, oxide. Fire it. Means whatever's in there is ready to cook. So we can take that iron out. What do you have? You don't even have iron, so let's give you that iron. Um, let's split you in half. Run out of power. I'm not cooking anything right now. Kelvin, it's still plenty hot. Iron. Don't have it. And then this last bit of iron will go to the pipe bender. We're also going to need a tool. Then let's turn on our gas generator. You get the rest of our gold cooking. Do this thing. And grab this gold. If you leave this open, it's going to auto eject. Like that. Not a good idea to leave that open because what will happen is it'll automatically eject as soon as it stops processing something. And if it's not hot enough, you're either going to get degassed ore back out, or you might get reagent mix, which you can't do anything with until you get a centrifuge. Green light means we're good. Eject. Yeah, I've got silicon too. So silicon, same idea. I don't want all my silicon in one ingot. I want at least two. So let's split that. Split it in fours. Hey, look at that. See, it's red. There's silicon in there, but it's not hot enough, or it's too hot, one or the other. Let's look at silicon. Silicon, between 900, it's not hot enough. It needs 900 Kelvin. We need to add in this. Kick it up a notch. These notches. I do never recommend putting more than one or two at a time in here, of your either of your oxides or your volatiles, because it can be really bad. I'll put you here. There is a better way to do this. If you get your atmospheric analyzer out, you can look at it and see what you need. I find it that it's quicker to just add one of each and see which one gets you to where you're trying to go. And And let's see, what do I need? I'm gonna assume I'm gonna need iron sheets. To wire it in, so I need wire cutters and get on wire cutters. On still not very hot. We do have a lot. See that pressure? We need to release some. See it all coming out there. But let's follow. Sides of one of the downsides of being on the moon is there's no air out here, so this thing cools off incredibly fast. What do you have? And I'll take this copper. We'll probably keep letting that mining backpack for sure. Um, want like the reason we want that so we can do this needs to move there, and I do need to do some rearrangements. For now, I think I'll just put it right. Let me make sure. And the reason is that I can do this. Put extra stuff in here, and hopefully I'm not wrong in thinking that. Actually, I want to keep the ore. Hopefully, I'm not wrong in thinking that this protects it from the solar storms. Grab some more iron to smelt real quick. 231. Now there can be ore that's under you without any indication on the up here that there is any down there. Or scanner cartridge for this that you can use to find it. Dark anyways, what I'm gonna do is first off, did I already turn this off? Yeah, I turned it off. I don't want to waste any of that. My hydration is low. Where are you at here? You're probably good. I'll let you hold the rest of your pressure. Uh, let's just go ahead and get iron out of you. Press this button, it ejects everything that's in there. Space, it's just iron and copper. Is that the steel? Yeah, that's iron. Okay. I want to make a mining backpack. What else do I want to make? I guess that's all I want to make in here right now. Level 2 is the one that has all the good stuff. We'll go ahead and make glasses. Film Constanta. I need all the alloys. Okay. I need to go find. Pause the game. I need silver for electrum. I need lead for solder. And I need nickel and copper. So what I'm going to do is I am about ready to. Yeah, it's past. I need to go to bed. What I'm going to do is these things. Once you got them empty. Oh yeah, let's get rid of this. Fire extinguishers are bombs waiting to happen. Get them the heck out of your base. Oh, is that what it's complaining about? It is. It's not imagining it. Anyways, I am gonna end the stream here. Um, just to quick recap, we set up our first base, which is a 5x5. Did some mining. We have a decent amount of material. We still got to do a lot more mining. I need the nickel. Need to find nickel, silver, more copper, more iron. Um, we set up all the basic machines. So we have, close you back. We don't actually need the furnace anymore. I'll probably trash that. We have the pipe bender, got the auto lathe that you start with, we've got an electronic printer, we have a tool manufacturer, and we have a regular furnace, which is a pretty good start, I would say. We made our first steel, so we've got more alloys to make in order to progress. In particular, we need solder, electrum. What was the other one? Constantin. Those are the three things that we need for the next episode, which will be tomorrow. So for now, see you